right, let's see if this is working. Oh, you can see the breath. I was hoping to put stuff together today, but it may be too cold to glue. Period. I actually do have the heater going back there as well. But like I said, it's probably too cold to glue, but we still have prep work to do, so even getting these out was a good idea. We'll see what we can do. In the meantime, it's close to freezing right now, so it's too cold to glue. I'm just going to go ahead and say we're probably not gluing today. But we can get prepped up and ready to go for past glue, so we can glue next week, which, hell, let's see. Also, one second, let's see if it'll recognize me. Nope, it's not recognizing me at all. Let's just do the old trick. Let's see if I can get it to recognize me. Come on, look at me. Yes, I know, my hat really screws with you. There we go. Oh. Nope. Okay. Okay, now it's recognizing me. Come on. No, 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 no. Back in. Thank you. Ah, there, we at least got it zoomed in. Let's hope it doesn't lose me. Hey, Chance, how you doing? All right, so too cold to glue, but we have other things we need to do. I'm just trying to think of how to get this done the best way possible. Okay. All right. All right. Well, first things first, let's move you out of the way. You're just going to be in the way at the moment. Okay, bandsaw out of the way. Find me? Thank you. Wow. There we go. Wow, it gave up real fast. Technology, folks, technology. All right, so we have a top board that's not the right width. We have shelves that are, so we got, shelves are fine. I believe. All right, so shelves, we'll stack here for a second. It's going to be kind of a slow startup day. We're going to need these out. If anything, we're going to get all the way to being ready to glue and nail. That's what today is. Get ready for glue and nail, because I didn't look at the temperature, and freezing is not good for hide glue. Yes, that looks terrible. That's part of the reason we have something we need to do there as well. Okay. We have a ton of work prepping boards, so we might as well do it. So that we can just kind of hammer home and get as fast as we can. All right, so the first thing we need to really do, figure out, get me one that'll just sit here real quick. I need to shoot that dimension right there. That dimension is, sorry. Let's see if I can get it to lock now. It's registering, maybe. Did you lock? Anyway, okay, this one. Okay, that's why I always screw up. It's 1 on this side, 36 on this side. Top board needs to be just about 11 inches, okay. Okay, what's the prettiest portion of this board? Get this marked up because I'm going to have to cut it down. Hopefully there's noise coming through at some point in time for me, but you know, it's always a little late. Hey Sledge, how you doing? By chance is Nail lurking around? Haven't heard from them in a while. Let me re-measure that real quick. And eventually TTS will start talking again. Okay. 10 7/8 would be good. So. Right there. Okay. Beautiful. I don't even know if you're the right width. That's the other thing, like, you may be way too long. Nope, nope, you're the right width. Okay, good, 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 good. I think. What do we have here? Like I said, we're just doing a bunch of cleanup work here. Make sure, okay, yeah. You're the same width as everything else. Good. Good gravy. Because the backboards are a little wide because of the mess up. Okay, so this is how much we need to cut off. Well, that's scary to know. Good to know because, like, this is my flat side. I don't even know. Let's just make sure again. Nope, yeah. We cut along this line here. And I'm not too particularly worried. But we might as well do it with a knife. Now that I think about it. Might as well go as well do this real quick. That really worries me. Okay, that upsets me. This is not even in square. Give me my pencil. This is not even square. Where's pencil? That's good to see now. That might be where a lot of my problem was last week when I was fitting things together. Now, how wide is it then? Actually, we may have to play a little. We have more work than I thought. How wide is it now? 16 on the money. Okay, so that's where that 1/8 inch of play was at. Oh, that's sad to hear. The only thing I can hope for is it was mutual or a good split or whatever. I'm not going to assume or whatever, but it's still sad to hear. Now I want to check these because this might be the entire reason things were going wonky. Okay, you're square. You're not square. Okay, wait. You're a rough edge. Got to do it from the correct edge, Wes. Square. Nowhere near square. This might be where we were having all this trouble. I want to double check and make sure we're on the money then. Okay, that's going to piss me off. Like, we got a bunch of really, really sad cuts. But this is explaining last time. This definitely explains last time. When I was trying to put it together and they were all kind of weird and bobbled. Okay. You're the face side? Okay. Nice and square. Looks like we have a bunch of unsquare ends. You're square. You're true. But how wide are you? Eighth inch short. Okay, we are. That just tells me I have playroom there. I can cut an 1/8 inch off of that. Okay, or that's just. That does worry me though, that like these are all really piss poor on their end cuts. We may just be shooting ends all day. Okay. Square. Square. 16 on the money. Okay, so we have one short shelf. That's not that big of a deal. But I do want to do one thing, because I did notice this is not completely square here. We're probably going to be shooting these boards down a little. Well, if anything, I'm glad I'm finding this out. Okay, you're the face edge. Should be measuring from you. Honestly, I'm taking a very lazy approach. The portion that's going into the dado is not getting, okay, whoo, wow, that thing follows hard. Is not getting finished because, I mean, we're gonna glue and nail it. Why do I need to care? It's gonna fit perfectly fine. But, holy hell, talk about absolute travesties. Okay. If it helps any, it looks like one side's plumb and one side's out of whack on every single one. Okay, and how wide are we? Maybe put the side you want to actually measure. Okay. Okay. You know what? I was going to do the backboards first. I guess we're doing shelves. Because shelves actually need to be correct before I even care about the backboards. Those go in last on the carcass. Besides the fact that they've got a lot of fettling to do anyways. So let's get the backboards back over here, I guess. Put those back on the face boards that we've yet to do anything with. Kind of blah that I need to okay, put these up. We're gonna correct boards now. Yeah, we're definitely not putting together if the boards are that far out of whack, but that explains a lot of what was going on last week. I thought these were warped. No, those boards don't even have square ends. That's why nothing was coming together. Okay. On top, like such. You want a bottom, like this. Oh, come the hell on. Okay, you guys are nicely stacked up now. Okay, fixing boards 101. I didn't even think I'm further away from getting this done than I thought. Okay, are you marked? You're the short board. You have just a touch. I want to make sure I have the marks up. You're the one that I got to rip to size anyways. All right, well. Looks like we're living fun. Okay, we're going to try something here. I just want to double check. There's my face. Can you see my face? Thank you. I want to see if it's working yet.
Drink up me hearties.
Okay, okay, there we go. Then yeah, TTS is working. Feel free to chat, guys.
said, "You go first."
Oh, but I am so shy, Chains. I'm glad I double checked the shelves because I was really worried that those boards were bowed seriously bad, but seeing that only one board is square, that explains a lot. So last week I didn't stream. What the hell? Well, that's scary to know. That explains a lot. Okay. That explains a whole lot. Ah, there you are. Looks like we're gonna have to reset this because it wasn't properly nesting in the first place. What the hell? Okay.
Life in Pain said, "Is it done yet?"
Nope, it never will be. Okay, there. Now you're properly nesting.
LOL.
It never will be. Now we get to play a heavy game of set this up because, well, okay, there we go. That was very interesting to see and very disturbing at the same time. For those who are interested, I may be rebuilding this board with the aluminum chute, the aluminum Teflon chute, because I am actually getting very tired of it sticking in the wooden one. Thank you. We're just gonna get rid of you, I guess.
Orang Eden 76 said, hi.
Oh, that's a new one, I think. Hello, Orange Dan. We're gonna, oh, of course. My face is down here, lovely. Face is down here. Sorry. Let's teach the TTS how to say your name. Over to users. Uh-oh, that's a good sign.
Yep, I'm new. I searched for woodwork and found you.
That's
so
good.
So I followed you to see when you were on next.
Nickname. Okay, well that's a bad sign. No, nothing with you, nothing with you. The wireless keyboard's about to die for the first time in years. This thing had a battery life of insane, because I've had it for 2 years on the same charge. Well, that answers my first question with you. How'd you find me? What are you interested in? Yada, yada, yada. My name is Wes. This is Plain Old Woodworking. I typically do just hand tool woodworking projects. We are currently working on, this is going to take forever if I shoot this. We're currently working on a shaker cabinet. Get a board to space that down there. This one there. Thoroughly destroyed.
I'm a wood turner who makes pens, bowls, cups, and more from a variety of natural and synthetic materials.
Nice.
My pen so far is my extinction pen. It is stabilized and dyed woolly mammoth roller, Honduran rosewood, and crushed meteorite.
Well, that's way above the materials I used. All right, there we go. Let's see. We just discovered my shelves are out of square by, a good 1/8 of an inch.
Just the coolest, not the typical, LOL.
Yeah, I do probably want to rebuild this at some point. And just to keep you guys interested, yes, I do actually have the Veritas track. I just haven't done it yet. Shooting board. This is something I wanted to double check as well. Okay, I do still have the board instructions. I was like, did that get lost in the flood as well? So right now we're fixing the shelf widths, making them nice and square, and then we're going to fix the backs. Basically, we're doing all the fine tuning before assembly. Dan, if you're interested, I have a command, !project. It'll bring up a brief description and a picture. Well, hell, this is working magnificently, though. I still want to rebuild it, though, because this does start to stick after a while, because it does swell with temperature and humidity. Still getting there. Yeah, today is just going to be a shooting day, it looks like, because shooting this much material out of square and then ripping that down is going to take a bit. The lathe tailstock? Oh yeah, I think it actually is an old Delta. Let's see if where is, yeah, I've got a bunch of treadle parts sitting over here. Eventually we're going to be building a treadle lathe. Which reminds me, we got our treadle bandsaw here, which I broke down and bought a rubber belt for, because the leather one just does not grip. Like it is, every time I've tried to use it, as soon as I put wood to it, it starts slipping. And everywhere I've looked on the internet says, you know, if the belt's slipping, just change it to rubber. Or retrofit it with a tensioner pulley. And I don't feel like retrofitting a cast iron treadle scroll saw with, I just don't like retrofitting cast iron.
I can't imagine using those kind of tools. I spent hours in front of my lathe. I can't imagine doing it on a treadmill. LOL.
Well, I am a little bit of a masochist, probably. Okay, we'll get that. You know, that's probably what I'm going to do. Okay. Come on. If you're interested in watching other wood turners, there's a person, Woodcraft by Owen. He's over in England. He does a lot of wood turning. Pennants, pens, and other things.
And I really like your miter hand saw. I was looking
Oh.
at one of those on FB for cutting pen blanks at home.
This is an old Craftsman. You'll laugh at this, like, I'm young enough, but old enough. This is, it's an old Craftsman's chrome edge saw.
Owen was the first non-World of Warcraft channel I found.
Gotcha, okay. I found it and bought it. It still had the original box from Sears Roebuck. Like, it was, this is literally one of, like, it's from the 50s, and the guy, like, they had used it maybe twice. I'm guessing they just didn't like it, or how it works. I sharpened it up and it cuts like butter.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, like, it is,
Tools aren't what they used to be.
and small fact about this channel, I started at a different address. That address flooded about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. This went through the flood and not a drop of rust on it. All I did was sharpen it and keep going.
Nice.
So that chrome plating really did its job. And yeah, at that point in time it was, let's clean all of my planes, show you how I restore stuff, because all of my tools need restoring.
When I get the house in front of my workshop renovated when we move in, I'd like to start streaming my projects.
You should. More woodworkers, please. Almost there on this board. It's going to be a long, hard ride today, because it's enough that it's a pain in the ass, but it's not enough to do it with a saw. Maybe if I had enough power in this shop to operate power tools and a stream at the same time, I would just break out a bandsaw and just cut a majority of it off. if I use power tools, it's off stream. Dan, just so you know, I do have power tools. You can probably see some of it over there. Well, you can't. Oh yeah, I forgot. So I do have power tools. The bandsaw is up there. I also work completely off of a solar battery. And I have enough amperage to either run power tools or run stream. If I'm running power tools and stream, it will shut down the computer due to amperage. So, but I am a fully solar powered stream. If I could get my phone camera working on stream again, I'd show you the panels outside that window, but almost there. We're 1/16 of an inch. Just being careful to keep the board straight so that we get this ready to be nailed together. Because God forbid I have, here, let me show you how bad I have, on all of these boards, I have one good 90-degree edge, and then I have one where it's almost consistent. So like, whatever I did it consistently. Let's see if I can, of course it's not on the hand. There we go. There we go, there's my thumb. You can kind of see it here. Basically, you can see where I penciled in. It's just very consistently, every single board is that way. One is 90 and one is not, and about the same amount of material. Makes me wonder if I just didn't shoot that in. You know, that's exactly what happened. I didn't shoot the end. I shot an end. Oh, there you go, guys. Actually, so I'm just doing something I completely forgot to do a while ago, I guess. Now, just to make sure, because this is a pencil width kind of deal, erase the pencil and we'll be good.
Right now I am taping the surface of diastole cases, cardboard, and I will glue them together for casting molds.
Ah.
I have two 8-round 2.5-inch tall pieces of walnut that have an angle where the bark was.
Okay. Back it back down. Okay. You're done. Good. Good boy.
I do my own stabilizing and casting when possible, but it's really hard to be good at everything.
I can understand that. I'm not really one for resin work for reasons. Don't mean it in any kind of big way, but I just don't like resin curing wood. But I really do, like, I understand with pen turning and stuff like that, you kind of want to stabilize things. It's kind of a requirement. You know what, let's do the super easy board. and move back to the hardboards. Double check. Good here. This one is going to be fairly close.
No. Only need to stabilize if it's soft or funky. Stabilizing only helps the structure of the material. It won't fill gaps. That's what the casting resin is for.
Gotcha. I said I'm not big on it anyways because the size of stuff that I build kind of dictates that I don't I don't want to spend a ton of money stabilizing a bad piece of wood. So I just doubly make sure. That should. Okay. That one's going to be way more fun.
It's okay. I really like making bowls and things from burls.
I mean,
Buckeye burl is really bad for rotting. So it gets really soft and funky. But after stabilizing I can keep off the gray color from the rough and still make something beautiful that will hold up.
very true. Very true. Honestly, the reason why I don't do a lot of turning is because don't have a lathe. Otherwise, I'd probably
I started doing it in the first place.
be doing a lot more of it as soon as I build one / get one, but I'm starting to fight. Because I have done turning before. It's just one of those.
Facebook Marketplace is good for used lathes. I have gotten a few from there before getting a nice one.
Gotcha. Well, I had one a little while ago. Let's just say that was another victim of the flood.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Like the planer, like, yeah, it's DeWalt and all that, but like that's the new planer. A lot of what I had were old Craftsman things that literally finally died because of the flood. They were, 30, 40 years old. They were as old as I was. And were outperforming stuff. Like my dad was gifting them to me when he would replace it with his new modern, one, like a new scroll saw. He'd give me the old one. New this, he'd give me that. And like all that happened, like honestly, I could have kept them. All I would have really needed to do was replace the motors at that point.
That's a nice way to build a collection.
But every single one of them kind of just seized up in the flood, and I didn't want to have to tear them apart, clean them, give them a new engine, make sure nothing else is wrong with them.
My father-in-law would buy fun tools to make his life easier, and when he passed, he left them all to me.
That's very nice. I know when my dad eventually goes, he's already said the wood shop is mine, so that'll be a nice upgrade.